Today is the day people make two mistakes at the exact same time. They drag the weight of the year behind them and expect tomorrow to magically fix everything. You don't need a new year. You need a clear finish and a clean start. Welcome to episode 5 of our December reset series. Finish strong, start stronger. I'm Chad Hyams, your voice of reason, and today we're going to close the calendar year with intention instead of pressure and step into the next one already moving. Now, if we stick with our Wednesday drops that we do, this is dropping on New Year's Eve day. Yet this isn't only about New Year's Eve, even though I will reference it. This is about any time we need to restart. That could be a new quarter, a new month, a new week, heck, a new day. So when I say New Year's, when I say something about the calendar switching, don't worry, you can apply this all the time. The thing is, every December 31st, it's the same dance. We look backwards with guilt and forward with unrealistic expectations. Backwards with guilt and forward with unrealistic expectations. The truth is, momentum does not care about dates. Momentum cares about decisions. One more time. Momentum does not care about calendar dates. Momentum cares about your decisions. Harvard research has shown us that, quote, fresh start motivation fades in under 72 hours unless it's backed by action. Not vision, not hype, action. So today is your pivot point, not a miracle moment. Let's build a transition with actual structure to it. Before you step into the new year, new quarter, new month, new week, new day, you need to close what you're leaving behind. So here are 3 questions I ask my clients to answer at the end of every year. 1, what needs to be acknowledged? Not celebrated, not judged, just acknowledged. What did you navigate? What did you survive? What did you learn the hard way? We can't release it if we refuse to acknowledge it. Question number 2, what needs to be completed? Because loose ends drain energy. Unfinished tasks leave mental openings that steal our bandwidth to move forward. So pick one thing you can close today. An email string that's been going on, a conversation that needs to be wrapped up, maybe a decision you've been putting off, because clean closure creates clean capacity. Yeah, it's a tongue twister. Clean closure creates clean capacity. Question number 3, what do you need to release? And this is the one most people avoid. What expectation did you set that you need to release? What resentment are you holding on to that you need to release? What false start did you take that you need to release? Release is a performance enhancer. You can't sprint while dragging an anchor. You've seen runners, football players train by having a parachute while they run, giving themselves extra resistance to have to work against, or running in a pool to give themselves extra resistance. Why are you doing that to yourselves? Cut the extra resistance loose so you can move forward faster. Let me give you an askformation. I've talked about askformations in the past. Here's one that will trigger a lot of activity in your brain. Who do I choose to be tomorrow that I can start acting like today? Who do I choose to be tomorrow that I can start acting like today? Let me break that down for you. We create an identity first. We have to. Who do I choose to be tomorrow? That's an identity creator. We create the behavior second, that I can start acting like. And then we add the momentum third, today. Because if I do it now, I'm going to start that momentum loop moving forward. Ask this of yourself. Sit there quietly for a moment or two. Let it linger in the back of your brain all day long, because your brain will start engineering the next version of you before the calendar flips. Let me give you a fast, clean, powerful tool to help you reset. Okay, grab your pen and paper. I'll wait a second. Open your note app on your phone. I'll wait a sec. We're going to do the 3x3 reset. 2 questions, 3 things. Here we go. The 3x3 reset. 3 things to take forward with you. Write down a skill you've strengthened. Write down a relationship you value. Write down a habit that makes you better. 3 things you already have you're taking forward with you into the new beginning. New year, new quarter, new month. A skill you strengthened, a relationship you value, and a habit that makes you stronger. Now, how about 3 things you're leaving behind? How about 1 draining commitment that you're going to leave behind in the year, in that quarter, in the month behind you? You're not doing that again. How about 1 outdated belief? And how about 1 habit that slows you down? Probably a bad habit. You do not need a life overhaul. You just need a clean launch pad. Now, I want to be really direct. Some of you aren't going to like this, yet if you're still listening to the podcast after all this time, if you've been to any of my trainings, coaching with me, you know when you're going to hear from Chad, you're going to hear it direct. Resolutions fail because they ask too much of a body that isn't prepared and a mind that isn't aligned. Let me say that again. Resolutions fail because they ask too much of a body that isn't prepared and a mind that isn't aligned. Here's what works. 1 meaningful action, not 10 goals. Pick 1 action that's going to create momentum for you on your restart. 1 non-negotiable. Maybe that's your hydration. Maybe that's your sleep. Maybe that's movement. Maybe that's connection with somebody specific. Choose the 1 that protects your energy. And 1 accountability point. Get a partner, get a coach, get a calendar trigger, something that interrupts drift when you're just falling off, not paying attention, and not having your alignment focused. These are simple things that can scale you because complexity will collapse you. So, simple things. Your brain loves clarity. When it can see where it's supposed to go, loves that. Give it a single target and you'll win way more days than you lose. Look, if you finish the year depleted, you start next year reactive. If you finish intentional, you start powerful. And again, quarter, month, week, day. Answer this right now for me. What deserves my energy today so tomorrow feels lighter? What deserves my energy today so tomorrow feels lighter? Say yes only where your presence truly matters. Say no where your energy never wanted to go in the first place. You're not here on this planet to impress people. You're here to evaluate and elevate your life. They can be impressed when they see your results. Final exercise of this reset series. This is going to set you up for January 1 before you even wake up. Build the first 15 minutes of tomorrow now. Not your whole day, just the first 15 minutes. I talk about the power of a morning routine. What will you do when your feet hit the floor for 15 minutes? Will you get some water in you right away? I do. Will you pray right away? I work that in. Will you journal right away? Nope, that doesn't go there for me. Will you do movement? Absolutely. Within 15 minutes, I'm in the gym or getting towards the gym for the movement to happen. Will you ask yourself your Askformation? No, I don't do it yet. Will you make a commitment? They're your choices. What will you do for the first 15 minutes? Because the next 15 will usually take care of themselves if you do that. Let me leave you with this from this series. and this calendar year as we move forward into 2026. And thank you for coming along this journey with me. I hope you continue it in the upcoming year. You don't need a new year to transform. You need a moment of clarity and a single decision. I've told you that. This could be any day. It doesn't have to be just because a calendar flips from one page to the next. You already survived the noise. You're here. You already grew in ways you forget to recognize. You are not the person you were last month, quarter, year. You already built strength this year that you can carry forward with you. You're not starting over when tomorrow shows up. You're starting stronger when tomorrow shows up. If you need help stepping into a new year, new quarter, new month, new week, new day, and you need clarity, precision, momentum, check out some of the other episodes in the podcast. Go to chadhyams.com/podcast where you can find all access to the Achieve Your Apex and Win, Make, Give podcast. These are the things that'll help you continue to level up. And reach out to me and let me know how I can help by visiting chadhyams.com. Until next year, depends when you're listening, keep climbing.